Hello everybody, so it's been a week. You're probably wondering what you've been doing, Luke. Been right here, but I've been looking after this little guy. This is Fred. I've been looking after him for a week now. It's my final day with him today, taking him back in a little while, which is a shame because I've enjoyed looking after you, haven't I? You can get down now, just had to show you for this. So yeah, today I am doing a review request that for Firex. This was requested by Brandon Bonnet, and I hope I've said your surname right. He has requested a few movies. I'm going to be doing a few requests. My friend Ricky's requested stuff. There's another guy that's requested these Indonesian movies for me to review. So I'll be getting a few of request reviews out. But first off, we are reviewing Firex. I'm reviewing this because I watched it the other night, and I was like, well, I watched it, might as well review it now. So this is directed by Nicholas Wynand Refn, and this had his production company his film company almost went bankrupt. I'm trying to find the really good when I do this, isn't it? Really good. Django Star almost went bankrupt. Well, they went bankrupt after this, and that's why he was forced to make the Pusher trilogy and forced to make the two final movies of that. This was classed as a box office flop. This cost $6 million to make, but it was a box office flop. And I can sort of see why it was a box office flop. Now, this Blu-ray, I had to, you can't get this in America or the UK, so I had to order it from Germany. That's why it's all like this, and that's why it says on it from the director of Only God Forgives, because they released this like after he's done Only God Forgives. It looks really, really nice on Blu-ray. So, Nicholas Wynand Refn is a director that I do really enjoy. I like him as a director. Every single one of his movies that I've watched are always very different from each other. They always have very different stories from each other and things that really work with them. Firex is another one. Well, his films are a very mixed bag. Some of them are very hit and miss, but there's always something that I enjoy in them. Only God Forgives was an awkward experience for me with that movie, but it still had moments of it that I did really enjoy, and it's a film that's still very, very beautiful. So Firex is the story of, he's a security guard who works in a mall. His wife is killed in a random incident. He now wants to find out why she was murdered, find out who did it, and he's going to be on the search for that throughout this movie. This stars John Turturro, who you've seen in, he's been in, you know, Transformers movies, the newest ones, and a few other stuff. But this is incredibly interesting. It's a very experimental movie, though. There's moments that feel very out of place. There's these weird moments where he's watching stuff and he's seeing stuff, and then these moments where the whole thing is red, but there's his face pushing up against this sort of red thing. I think with sort of Videodrome, with the thing pushing out of the TV. It's that sort of stuff, and it's the face pushing against the red, and it's all these weird, and there's a moment in it where it's just a massive, massive trip as all these red colours are on the screen. Red plays a very big thing with this movie when he's in the hotel. All the walls are red, and it's really beautiful, that hotel cinematography, and it plays a big part with red because I'm not sure what it's completely meant to play, but with the red in there, it works really, really well, and it looks really great for the movie. Now, the acting is good. John Turturro, I'm probably pronouncing his name. Is it just Turturro? I don't know if I'm saying his name right or wrong, but we're just doing a review today. So with this, he's very good in it, and he's very interesting, his character. But there's just some moments. There's one of those, you can tell this is a Nicholas Wynand Refn movie, because this is one of those moments where just characters do that whole, hey, we're just going to sit here, we're going to be having a conversation, but halfway through that conversation, we're just going to stop, and we're going to awkwardly stare at each other. There's a scene in this that feels exactly like it was in Only God Forgives, when the police officers come into the boxing club and ask him stuff, and then he looks around for ages. There's a scene where the police come to his house when they're all investigating his wife's death because something has been brought up, something new has been brought up. They come into the house, they sit around the table, and they ask him some questions, and they say something. And the next minute, he just stops and goes, "Why are you asking me this?" It's just, it's really, really awkward. There's another scene where he meets a character in a hotel room, and they're just sat in there, but they both just stare at each other for ages, and it's just those moments that make you feel awkward. Now, Nicholas Wynand Refn classed this as a silent film. I'm not sure why he said that, but it's classed, he conceived it as a silent film, because I know, once again, he doesn't like to write much dialogue, but he had someone else writing the dialogue with this. Fear X is a film that I'm not sure how to feel about it. It's beautifully shot, tells a very interesting story, but I don't want to spoil this, but it has an ending that makes everything else in the movie fall apart and cancel out the rest of the movie. And that's the thing that's quite a shame about it, because it kept my interest the whole way through and kept me wondering what was going to happen, what's really going on and stuff. And then in my head I thought it was going to be this weird stuff, and then it just takes a turn and I wasn't sure how exactly to feel about it. And my videos are really professional, and I'm sorry, the lights in my room, I got a text while I was making the other bit. You might have heard the vibrating on my phone. I had to take Fred back. But let me finish doing my review of Fear X. So I said I'm not sure how to really feel about the movie, and I mean with the ending. The ending, with it cancelling out a lot of stuff, and sort of it messes with your mind a little bit. You're like, okay, what's really this movie and stuff. So it messes with your mind, but Fear X still gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I still think it's a good film from Nicholas Winding Refn, but it has those things that don't completely make it work. It's very interesting, very beautifully shot. It's cool to see that John's character of... what was the character's name? Fucking doing badly with this today. Harry, John's character, John Turturro character, I'm probably still saying that now, so I'm wrong, with him sort of investigating. There's some very interesting moments, some things that I'm still not completely sure about, that I think if I gave it a second watch, maybe I could figure out some more things and understand some more things. But there's many things with this movie where I'm like, I'm not quite sure what that was or what was really going on. Fear X, I still suggest, is a movie that you should check out. It's quite different from a lot of other stuff. We have seen a lot of sort of investigation type movies of wives being killed and the husband investigating it, but this does it in an experimental, interesting way. Nicholas Winding Refn takes quite a different take on it, does his experimental things, and I still think he is a director to look out for, and I'm just excited for what he does. I'm always excited when I hear he's doing new stuff, and I have liked every single one of his movies, even if they do have their problems. This does have its problems, but it still has something enjoyable about it, and that's something good to say about a director. There's many directors that they make some really good movies and then they just make these piles of shit. Nicholas Winding Refn is a director that every single one of his movies I've seen, even if I haven't completely enjoyed it, I've still enjoyed an element of the movie, and that is a really good thing to say about a director that I enjoy. Even if I don't completely enjoy his movie, I still enjoy one little thing about it. So that's my review of Fear X. Brandon Bonnet has asked me to do a few another Nicholas Winding Refn movie. Yeah, so I shall be doing that very, very soon. He's asked me to do Bleeder, Red, White and Blue, and Magic, which I all own, and I shall be reviewing them very, very soon. This is where I'll say right now, request in the comments down below if you want me to review anything, then I shall review that for you. With this channel now, I'm still getting out many reviews, I'm still going to be doing new movies and stuff, and still going to be talking about new movies, still going to be doing those reviews. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing the Fright Fest reviews, if people still want me to do the Fright Fest reviews, but I feel like I've left it too long now, but I like to have my mind fresh with them. There's still some movies that I would like to speak about, but I'm babbling on right now. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, just leave your requests and stuff. Thank you to all the people that subscribed recently. I went up quite a few subscribers recently, and I really, really appreciate that. And thank you to people that have been watching, people that have been commenting. I just feel like I lost sort of wanting to make the videos, but I've got it back now, and that's really great. So thank you very much, and I shall see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.